are seeing a little bit of RRQ and P Esports as well, it seems.
Okay, even on the left side of the map, we got Observatory with Bigatron as well as Falcon and Graveyard, so they know they are close by to each other. But the fact that right now PT Sport will be the one who gets the first 2 elimination in their hands, they already shut down a couple of players. But Team Vamos, not to worry, this is just early scrimmage, and they did manage to bring back June as well as Cat Easy. On the other side of Clock Tower, the fight continues. Toda will be contesting with PE Sport as well as RRQ Kazoo. Unfortunately, only leaving Toda Wings all by himself. He's gonna have to pick himself up, but PE Sport is the one to be shut down by Toda themselves, even though they have a lot of struggle with that third wave fight by RRQ Kazoo.
And it looks like they brought the entire...
Right inside that peak. And on the other side, GOW is going to continue on fighting off with Team Falcon. A lot of damage been done here, but nobody has been having a little bit of the casualty. But Falcon going in for the dash. Oh, Trogon right in the head. Ton will be the first one to be taken down. Dian is moving away from the fight. There's one player right outside the area of the glue wall. But now Dash comes through from On Fire, shooting down to Ton. Doesn't get the knockdown that he's needed, but one more will be the one who takes down Dian. Now 2 more players to go from the side of GOW. Isa also being shot down, and GOW will be eliminated. Team Vamos, but they still really surviving it all out. But Twisted Mind on the note right now, meeting off with the Buriram. Joanna will be taken down. Wasana will be slingshotting himself with the launch pad.
Lucky.
To survive. At least still survive it out. But at the same time, Moshi spotted out. Star Knight fight is all alone. But it's going to be Moshi. Takes him down immediately for another elimination in the hands of Buriram. While Wasana try to survive it out away from Twisted Mind. Moshi is on his own journey.
Now we do have Todak taking on Falcons. They are down a player, unfortunately, whereas they haven't managed to pick anyone down on the side of Falcons themselves. So for Todak, unless they can eliminate them here, they might be out of the running now. They do get Peter, but Todak, complete teamwork, and they didn't even get to finish picking off Peter, so they won't even grab the point there, unfortunately. This is going to land them in 10th place. Not a great start here for Todak, unfortunately, as we are going to be seeing Star Knights fighting Buriram. Now, Buriram, they are not at a full 4-man roster. They did have 2 players get picked off, unfortunately, so they are playing with limited resources, but they are going to be able to grab some decent loot and 2 elimination points as they have picked up Coach Heel and 18 Deer.
Oh, nicely done, Wasana. Great CC there, but at the same time, Lim right here has been spotted out by Twisted Mind. He's got to be careful. He's fighting for his life right now, but he knows for a fact that this is not the safe place to go in. He's going to go in for the long rotation. Hopefully, Twisted Mind doesn't go in, but it seems that Twisted Mind has that in their idea. They're already going in for the rush. Lim is not safe. Launcher been put out. He has half of his line, but Nameless is right in front. Going to actually break the glue wall. Going in for 1-2, and there you go. Star Knight's been eliminated straight away on the 9th spot.
And this also kicks Twisted Minds up into our kill leader position. 10 eliminations under their belt. This was another team that needed to have a miracle run today, and this is a great start. They haven't had to buy anyone back. They have their full inventories, and look at their positioning as well. They're in such a good spot. They don't have to deal with anyone coming from the northern side. They just have to worry about Bigatron on their left side and maybe Buriram, but Twisted Minds could be another major team that could maybe grab our first booyah for the day. Now, we did see in the elimination there onto RRQ. This team was another one that really struggled. They did buy back as we were heading into that 3rd circle, but they were flying into the the center of that circle, and they just flew into too many teams, was just not able to make that recovery happen. Now, speaking of recovery, Vamos is a team that has made a spectacular recovery today, but their next opponent, Team Falcons, it's going to be a big one.
Oh, going in for the run for the compound. One more was taken out, but at the same time right now, Karor ready with a double vector in the hands. June cover himself up with the glue. Right now on fire, trying to break it off. They know for a fact they need to go in, but they go into the 2nd floor first of all, looking for the next one. It seems that Vamos trying to actually survive it out, but there's one player trying to actually hold it out.
It's because of AG!
Oh, AG making themselves injected inside this compound, and Vamos made out alive, but June still surviving it out, making sure that Team Falcon doesn't spot it out. AG was just inserting themselves for a while, and now they're pushing on another team. This is crazy, but at least it gives a little bit of leeway for Team Vamos to breathe there before Team Falcon was taking them down.
It was the perfect third party because they were so... Vamos and such, they were so busy with one another that AG just comes in, throws a couple grenades. The team's disintegrated. So for AG AG to come in like this. Another clear path for this team to potentially win this, as we see Twisted Minds trying to run away from AG themselves. They still have one player on the side of Falcons here. Bigatron on the map as well, playing on that high ground. They do have vision, but they don't have a lot of cover to work with. And look at this. Some of our matchups. We have AG versus Buriram, Twisted Minds versus Bigatron. It looks like these are going to be our last 4 teams here. Fasha.
Oh, Twisted Mind already eliminated the Team Falcon. I mean, that was a really good move. An opportunity that was already been served in a silver platter because they already spotted out the fight that was already started out by AG as well as Team Falcon towards the side of Team Vamos on the other side right here. AG, high ground definitely goes out to them. Grenade been thrown out. Get high, getting a little bit of damage right here. But Cypher, one-on-one right here. At the same time, we do see that Stock 7 coming in for the push as Cypher takes down Get High. Now looking for the 2 players left. Half-line coming in for Wasana as well. Now one more player to go for Buriram United. Unfortunately, they didn't spot it out. That one player, Buriram, still surviving now. Using the monster strike to move away. It seems that Bigatron is going to insert themselves to go in for the backstab of AG Global.
They're going to have to, because if they want to grab those elims, it's the best time to do so. This is such an awkward circle because it's on a hillside. You don't have any clear cover as well. It's a battle of glue wall with Bigatron playing in the backside. Twisted Minds running into the fray as well. Bigatron, though, we still have Moshi in play for Buriram, but he's hidden in a whole bunch of blue walls.
He's sandwich, man. He's a sandwich. He's a patty right in the buns of every single enemy right now.
Yeah.
And then to the side, they're able to take down them. First of all, it's going to be Salman. On the other note, Bigatron, who move into AG Global, and they managed to clear them out immediately. But this is it. This is going to be a 4v3 situation as this is Mike coming in through. Kyung looking for a way out. Doesn't spot anyone. Koja just holding the position, trying to breathe it out. Moving into the side of Twisted Mind. Did manage to spot out one player. That's only left with only Dix. One survivor left for the team of Bigatron, but Twisted Mind clears out Dix as well, making the first booyah in the hands of Twisted Minds.
You know, well, speaking of miracle plays, miracle teams, and for game number 1, it goes towards Twisted Minds. This is a team that, again, we spoke about this earlier on. Twisted Minds was one of the listed teams alongside Vamos that can break into top 3 and even win the entire tournament if they have some great games. And to start off with 29 points, they had 17 and to be fair, you know, Vamos, they did really well in that game, considering that things did look a little bit dire at the beginning. It didn't look the best, but they made the recovery happen. They got the placements, they got the eliminations. I think that was a pretty surprising one as well. So for Vamos, not doing too bad. But I think the question now is that, looking at let's break things down here. What has happened since game number 1?
After game number 1, who would have thought that Twisted Mind from the top 7, they managed to go into top 5 for that. The booyah now, 115 in their hands, taking down Team Vamos at that top 6, still maintaining with 106. Buriram United East.
Circle is slowly moving in, so time is ticking for these guys to start moving at some point.
Okay, let's see. It seems that GOW just running around through every single compound, trying to find a way to just mess around with every single location so that Team Falcon would not know. But I think that he's finally going in for a fight with Kororo. Will he actually try to do a surprise attack? One more spotted out done though. And Peter coming in for a 1v1 straight away. Shuts down town. There's going to be an opening. And the rest of GOW who tried to do a long rotation. Unfortunately, Iza was taken out as well. One more play to do. Is going to be Demon right on the second floor. Breaks up the glue wall. He goes down. Shots coming through. And one more will be the one who takes him down. And that's the end.
Tender out of the running because we had Twisted Minds secure so many points. Same thing with Falcons. Falcons are sitting on a whole bunch of kill points as well this time. So whoever eliminates the other first is going to put them at such a big advantage to not only win the round, but also secure eliminations themselves. So Twisted Minds, can they find a way into Falcons compound?
Oh, Diamond coming in. Peter right behind. There is one fire though. He will be able to back things up. But Diamond on the other note, moving away, trying to actually spot it out from a distance. And they know for a fact that they need to finish off with Team Falcons before other teams spot them out with this fight. Now Kororo goes out from the compound. Shots coming through and they're having a lot of damage coming from the outside as well. But now they're fighting. They're going in for a fight right now at the moment. Shots coming through, but it's not going to be enough now. On Fire goes in for a fight. He has some damage, but Sming will be the one to be taken out. 3 more plays out. And Diamond also being shut down. Nameless.
This is huge.
One more play to go. Exposé only left. He goes in for the jump shot. Can he make it through? No, unfortunately no. Team Falcon shuts down Twisted Mind, denying of the victory. So this is going to be a a game to see whether or not Team Falcons will be able to pull themselves.
That was such a dangerous fight as well because that was a blue zone battle for those two Titans. So Falcons leading with 11 eliminations. If they can find a safe way into the circle, they are in a really great spot to potentially win this. But now keep in mind they are potentially in the same zone as Buriram United. They are on the ground floor.
No.
And this is Moshi scouting them out. And they managed to grab a couple of them too on fire. And Peter going to go down.
And not only that, we got a lot of grenade coming through from Star Knight as well. Falcon, they are in a tight spot. They don't know what to do. On Fire also being stolen away the kill by Lim. On Fire being shot down. No, Star Knight, you guys are naughty now. Falcons left all alone. It's going to be Karoro trying to survive it out. But he goes into the compound of Buriram. He doesn't been spotted out. But now, he clues on has been break. Wasana will be the first one to be taken out. He's trying to clutch it out. Moshi still at the top. He knows the information. Karoro trying to survive it out. It's going to be one more who managed to be picked up by Karoro. So Falcons still in the lead with 2 players.
This next circle is going to be a very ugly one as well because it's on the roadside. So everyone in these compounds are going to have to start evacuating or you have to get your elims right now. And that's what's happening here with RRQ as well as Bigatron. A big battle of the Indonesian brethrens here, but who comes out on top? It might be RRQ still sitting 3-man strong at the moment. Razor on the ground, Ma'al incredibly low. Just trying to scout at the final player. It's Koja. He's the last man to fall, and that's going to be it for Bigatron.
Living off with Toda right now. Sensei trying to survive it out from the outside zone, but I think that's not gonna be the case for Toda though. That's gonna be tough as PE Sport have already shut down a lot of their players, and that's the end for Sensei. Toda also already eliminated. Now leaving off with 6 more teams to go. Star Knights, they had a really good moment. The fact that they tried to use that opportunity where Buriram was taking down Team Falcons, but now pushing in, they might actually stumble with the rest of Buriram. And PT Esport is also in the scene now. Buriram is right at the back, and PE Sport coming in.
Fasha, Wasana's the last one left here for Buriram. PE Sports coming in for that push. If Wasana can pull off a miracle, this would be massive for Buriram, but he's playing in a wall of blue walls. He doesn't have a choice, but Star Knight's going to lose 18 dear, ending their run in 5th place for the round. Buriram still sitting on their final player. PE Sports though looking incredibly strong. Same thing with RRQ. Wasana, he's trying to look, he is surviving. He is not gone. As long as he continues to juke and drive, he's wasting so many resources.
He ran away from the fight. PE Sport is already preparing a fight with PT Sport. Takes down Don Zensi and Governor. That's the end. Wasana came out alive from that fight. How amazing. No, he's not even being seen. Now RRQ Kazu will be fighting off with the team of PE Sport. 4v4, but no, that's the end for Buriram, as that's the shutdown for Wasana. 4v4 situation, but it's gonna be 3v4 situation as it seems. Right distance and Deuce has already been shut down. RRQ Kazu will have the better upper hand, but unfortunately PE Sport narrow all alone. He will not be able to clutch it out. He already have his half line and shooting down right here. He's gonna be out by trying to do as much damage as possible, but he did manage to get a blue wall for himself. He's covering himself, but jump shot coming through, and the groove wall has already been broken, and that's the end of PE Sport, giving the booyah to Team RRQ Kazu.
Oh, what a chaotic end game.
Wow.
And especially with that last circle, the placement was gut-wrenching because it was towards the roadside. Everyone that's playing towards those southern compounds, they all, basically, I think 90% of the teams were down there. Almost everyone was there. Except for RRQ. They were towards the northern side of the circle, and when they, because knowing them, they're looking for those extra kill points. They're looking for those extra placement points. But let's have a look at the point standings for now, because we are going to be seeing the overall leaderboard later on. RRQ Kazu, 25 points. It's what they needed. They need a lot more if they're going to try and break into that top 4, top 5. PE Sports, okay, this is probably their best performance, I believe, for our top runners. And it looks like this gap is closing, folks. We have a number of teams being bumped up on the leaderboard and a couple of teams being pushed on down. So Bigatron Delta, worst round so far, 4 points, but they're hanging on strong to first place just because they had a fantastic day number 1. So the saving grace.
But with RRQ, throws a nade straight to Razor, and now he's going in for the opening, but he's got to be careful. There's Deuce as well to back things up. Crime! A little bit too open from the back. He did manage to take down one player, but Deuce is still there to back things up.
I don't think he actually knew that there were multiple players of RRQ there, so very risky play. sometimes you just have to make those little risky plays happen. And looks like GOW already going to be the last person you want to run into as well. So Raja still hiding around the corner, gets spotted. He does pop the glue wall up just in time, but the 1v1 will be in favor of Diamond. So Twisted Minds.
Also, a question to be asked to Legolas if we ever get an
interview. He's about to run into Exposy. He's like, I'm free, guys, but Exposy's already for
Oh no, this is weird out. He's scouting from one end to another end, but it's actually as if he's just giving himself very freely to the rest of the teams that's around the area. But Team Falcon on the other note meeting off with the Bigatron Delta.
This is big.
Nems managed to be taken down as well as Kyon being shut down. Now moving on with the rest, clears out all the teams. Bigatron will be able to have at least one more play to go to survive it all.
Oh,
but
that's big!
He's done!
No way!
It's done!
That's huge, because not only the fact that Bigatron is out of the game, they were barely hanging on to first place, so Bigatron will be falling from their throne in this matchup. The question is, who's going to be the one to take that top spot?
Yeah, I mean, Team Falcon as well as Buriram is not far behind as well, so definitely these two teams will be able to catch up. But here on now, Star9 leaving all alone. Oh, he did manage to take down Maldo. He's left all alone. Abai still surviving. He throws the nade first of all. At the same time, Abai, will he go in? No!
The backstab.
Dudes! Nasty! From the backside, shuts down the last man standing. So that is the end for Star9's Esports. Here on out, Buriram meeting off with PE Spot, throwing a lot of launches and nade right into the second floor. Now they're going in for the rush 2v2. But PE Spot, before we even speak it out, that launcher just shoved down three of the
and RQ, our underdogs, in a pretty good spot this game. But the only issue was Twisted Minds. They don't really have a lot of things to hide behind, and they have to somehow get past RRQ and potentially even Buriram snipes, because we all know Moshi, if he sees someone out in the open, he's going to try and pop your head.
And not only that, looking at Team Vamo's location, right? Beautiful glue wall been put out. I know that's a really good strategy, but that's the thing. Team Vamos, they cannot expect or even depend on that glue wall, because with the melters coming in, that glue wall will not hold them any longer.
And all it takes is one good grenade. And look at the connections there under Falcon. So much health is lost. Another one gets thrown as well, but we don't get the connection. Vamos are playing on a very scary line here, because John gets caught by Get High.
No, you've been sandwiched. Not only Falcon throwing a lot of nades to you, even Buriram already spot your guard. And this is where Team Vamos, you are awkwardly in a position where you do not want to be. Yeah, the Watchtower of Death, definitely. Just trying to survive, doing a lot of their resources. But here, Team Falcon, they're not going to give up. They're not going to let you go just like that. And there you go. Finally pushing in, slowly getting in right now to the position they needed. June trying to do some shot, but KTZ is ready at that stairs. Are they going to go in? Going in for the jump shot. One shot, two shot, that's not enough. But we do see Falcons fall through. They are falling one after another. One more play to go. It's going to be Guerrero, who's still surviving out, doesn't spot it out. It seems like Crime is looking for him, but no, he's been spotted out by Buriram. And it seems that RRQ also inserting themselves in the fight. KTZ left all alone for Team Bomber. Spotted out Guerrero trying to do a rotation. He is going to chase after him, but Team Falcon will be shut down with a clutch of KTZ. But damage has already been done, and he needs to go in, but no, the zone denies it immediately.
We're down to our top 4 teams here, Fasha. Twisted Minds, RRQ, AG Global, and Buriram. Now Buriram down to 2 players. It's going to be a really tough game for them, but they can squeeze things through. We've seen them pull off some miracles themselves. But AG Global playing on the rooftop. This is such a great place for them to be, because they have such perfect vision over Buriram. They still have Moshi, but Moshi already cut down to half health. They do run into that compound, so they're out of AG Global's point of view. But everyone else, they're all on the ground floor.
Oh no, this is not good. Oh, okay, stop 7. Probably they might actually just jump from that monster struck. Nope. Okay, they're just waiting it out for a while. We do see that Twisted Minds, they're just waiting for the team of Buriram to come in. This is it. The fact that every single floor is already surrounded by all of the teams
on every floor.
The question is, did you pay your rent this month? Did you pay it? If you didn't pay it, I'm so sorry. You will be evicted straight away. And with the zone not even there in their favor, they're gonna be pushed out from that house.
And the thing is, Twisted Minds, they're on the outside, and we're seeing Cypher throw down a couple of grenades as well. So they're already wasting a lot of their resources for Twisted Minds. But look at this, AG going to be moving away from that rooftop, and they're going to try and play with the glue walls as well as the tree line too.
Summing.
Oh, Twisted Minds, they've lost Nameless.
Oh, Summing trying to do a shot to Dew, but he missed it out. And it seems that Cypher was just overlooking.
He's trying to get Dew.
He's trying to get Dew first. Dew, he's already at the top. He has the high ground. He has the advantage, but Twisted Mind is also preoccupied with the Buriram as well. Glue wall after glue wall. Moshi takes down Summing. Now Diamond's trying to survive it out. He goes in. He dashed away from the fight, healing himself first of all. AG still covering themselves, very preoccupied with the 4 players still surviving out. Buriram only left with 1 more player to go. Cypher getting closer to Twisted Mind. RRQ Kazoo already putting their target for the AG instead.
And we have the monster truck playing because there's so many glue walls. And the monster truck hitting
Ama is out from the zone, and this is it with the monster truck being held down by
monster truck
No,
party!
they are using the services of the monster truck to just take care of every single one. Hitting and running. Oh no, Summing has already been done. Dew almost close enough to be surviving out, but no, Wasana still survive. Oh, Diamond to take it out. Diamond from Twisted and Wine as well to survive. Wasana shutting out everyone and giving the booyah to Buriram United Esports.
The monster truck plays the open circle. The massive number of glue walls was the perfect time to have a monster truck party. So many players boarded the monster truck to not only start. We gotta start from the bottom first.
Oh, okay. Start from the bottom. All right.
Bigatron Delta, 3 points.
Oh no!
Like they bombed out last round. They got 4 points in one of their rounds today. And then they get 3 points, 72, followed by Team Falcons with 165, and Bigatron Delta, unfortunately, falling from 1st place to 4th in 1 round.
Can't say I didn't see this happening because BTR has so far not been able to prove that they can beat 3-1. So they sent BRU packing very early, and they are going to repeat the same drop again and get off to a start once more, dropping first blood, but at least in this case, for the second time they meet, it is going to be BRU that finds retaliation. They take out 3 members of Todak, but Sensei still has a chance to keep it alive. Gotta somehow get high, 33 health around the corner with the electrotherapy. Too much for Todak to deal with. BRU made adjustments, and they come up with and chipping away at the health bar of Caramel. Razor does end up going down. Dew finds the snipe so reliable, but Bigatron Delta also wants to be a part of this, so it's a 3-way fight.
They're coming in from the back as well, so RRQ are the ones being pincered in. Ma'al going to be in a compound himself, but Dut out in the open, going to be taken out. Abe next one to fall to Kyung. So we have one player hiding inside the building. Ma'al, he's got a lot on his shoulders, but if he can maybe hide somehow, he might be able to pull through for RRQ as Bigatron advance onto AG. We do see a couple of melters just trying to chase Bigatron away, but this is such an awkward position now for AG because they're out in the open.
It's revenge for Bigatron also, right? RQ ruined their chances in round 2, and now Bigatron, they're gonna strike back and find 4 points for themselves as BRU eliminates GOW off screen to clear a path for themselves to kind of enter the fight when they need to. So we're looking at crucial points on the circle. The perimeter is basically guarded by 1 team each. Falcons clearing out the remnants of whoever was there, so Falcons are in a comfortable spot.
Falcons in a comfortable spot. PE not looking too happy themselves. They're also in a bit of a skirmish against Vamos, but things are not looking good here for Vamos. PE still 4-man strong, whereas Vamos, they have all lost almost everybody. Jun, the next one to fall, thanks to Tikoi. And Cribed MKS on the ground. He's hiding, but he's out in the open. He's going to try and dash on through and find another point of cover, but Vamos, this is just not where you want to be. He's been spotted yet again. He's being shot at. He is praying, and he's gone to heaven.
It's too open. There's no spots to hide. BRU actually...
The next circle is... Oh my gosh, this next circle. No.
The BRU is flying towards PE because that's the spot they want to take over. And also, 16, 17 eliminations. They're about to break a record. The circle moves towards the eastern side of the map, so that's where Falcons, AG Global, and BTR are looking, vying for. But if BRU can clear out PE, they set themselves up for success.
Look, I'm looking at Bigatron right now. They are the closest team towards the circle. Everyone else towards the southern side. They are battling it out to try and clear their way through, because if they don't get rid of them now, they're going to be shot in their backside. Buriram finally clear out their opponents in the top corner of the map, and they're going to cross the river and maybe run into Bigatron. But they are in such a good spot to make their entry point in as well. The question is, where do they want to position themselves after they cross this river, because it's out in the open? I hope they have glue walls, because that's really all they have to work with.
Down to top 4, we see Falcons. They're going to relocate.
Oh,
they're going to go
gosh.
to where BRU was. So make sure that they split themselves away from the crowd. BTR now will take over the task of dealing with BRU. They see the rotation. So AG Global now gets to dictate whether BTR lives or dies. And Falcons, they are helping out BTR by shooting at AG Global. A 4-way fight where every single team wants blood and none of them are helping the other.
And I think this is where maybe Buriram are hitting themselves, because they had that corner of the map. They could have been the ones to try and go for the snipes, but they wanted to make that risky play happen to cross the river. But after realizing how open it was, they just didn't have enough cover to work with. Kororo raining down hell onto AG Global, catching out Stop, who's now on the ground too as well. AG out of the running. Top 3 teams, 10 players remaining, and Bigatron and Falcons, both full-man rosters, with Buriram still running with 2 players.
Yeah, the Buriram making the rotation
no,
really just ruined their chances. The Falcons saw all of that and was able to get the first shot. So it's down to them and Falcons. Of course, Falcons have 14 eliminations under their belt, so BTR needs to win the round to have a chance to run for first spot.
Oh, we got the monster truck.
Here comes the monster truck. Let's see who's going to get into the driver's seat. Deeks takes the front line, goes down first as the rest of his team will try to back him up. But Kojak couldn't drive the truck to run them down, as one more with his support from long range is just more than overwhelming. Falcons with 18 eliminations and a booyah to close out round 4.
And this is what Falcons needed, because this might just be enough to push them into first place. They were just a few points away. And to grab that booyah and to be... They made the correct prediction. And I think Buriram are probably hitting themselves just because they chose to cross the river rather than just play with the distance that they had. Like, okay, theory crafting time. What do you think Buriram wanted to accomplish by there? Okay, there's the game standings first. Excuse me, folks. So we have a quick update for points. Falcons, 30 points. Buriram, 28 points. What was the gap between Buriram and Falcons? I think it was 4.
It was a single digit,
6.
right? I think BRU probably still in first, but so we got one more round coming up.
Yeah, so we have the overall standings here, so we can actually see what this gap is. And okay, it was actually AG Global that was in second place. So Falcons were the ones that were in third place. It's pretty unwanted attention, and that has been basically the story of our original hot drop. Now, speaking of, we do have RRQ being harassed by Bigatron, and they do manage to get the down there onto Ma'al, catching Razor as well. So Bigatron catching 2 major players on the side of RRQ. And look at this RRQ. They've got another player on the run who's being chased by Kyo to Raja there, as they are hiding inside the compound. But you can see this Bigatron poised and ready to storm the building. But here's the thing, PT Esports is also nearby. We have a 1v1 though, Crime fighting up against Kochio, and both players dropping each other.
Sensei able to keep his team good coverage, but Saming from an unexpected angle now will be pressured, blocks out the Toedown member, and they take control of Boxing Gym. Good footwork from Twisted Minds to assert control over this area that used to be Toadak's fortress, but now Toadak forced out into the open and into the unknown. PTE nearby. Todak's chances are now hanging in the balance. Caramel finds wings, and Trap is just running for dear life, but with Twisted Minds behind him, this could be the end of Todak. Once more, an early grave dug by Twisted Minds.
11th place for Todak, and that's going to be 5 eliminations total. We're heading over to the Boxing Gym. It looks like it's pretty clear, actually. So Star Knights, I think they will get that buy back in. The PT Esports, Buriram is here. We've got one of the players for Balmos hiding. I mean, I don't see Buriram being taken out at all. If anything, they're in a really good spot here. Really great place to go for any kind of gatekeep. And depending on where that next circle is going to be, they're not going to have too far of a pathing to actually make it in.
PT has just lost 2 of their boys. Godwin desperately wants to get a pickup. Actually finds the first one. So Ibrana snaps back up. He wants to get Zenzi up as well. Buying enough time for his team to clean up some of the members of BRU. So Get High ends up going down, and BRU cannot continue this fight for now. PTE actually able to hold back BRU, and that's going to be a dash. Tatsuya Ivana loses that fight, but good coverage as Godwin once more comes in with the exchange, saves his teammate, and BRU forced to stop. Jonah left.
And he's only got 200 coins.
They're going to chase after him. The grenade launcher takes out Ivarna first. Good glue wall, good Skylar, Riptide Rhythm. Jonah turns around with the rifle, takes out Zenzi with the long range weapon. The headshot is good, but he needs to do a bit more. Find the isolated fight, a swing from the corner. Koja ends the streak for BRU.
BRU! They're going to lose their top spot if Twisted Minds or AG Global don't get eliminated, and even Falcons. If neither of these teams get eliminated now, BRU is going to lose that top spot. Now, speaking of these teams, Vamos going to be fighting 4-man strong, going to pick up another elimination, bumping it up to 7, now to 8 as they eliminate PT Esports. But look at this, Bigatron coming in, looking to finish off Vamos themselves.
This could be the round that BTR needs, right? With BRU out of the picture, BTR are in a solid spot to recoup the lost points. They have just found all the members of Vamos as Kathizi is just running for his life. But Deeks is on the tail. They know where he is, completely trapped behind his own glue wall. They will just knock it down bit by bit. Kathizi still trying to play footsies with the members of BTR, but there's just not much space to work with. How much longer can you run? There's just no response. He only has a parang in his hand, so 10 points for BTR. The run is looking possible.
But this is crazy though, because BTR 10 eliminations, they're still not elimination leaders. Someone else is still pocketing all of the kills in this game, as Ma'al has been caught up by LBT from the side of PE Sports, and now they've lost Razor as well.
It could be LBT, because last time we checked in on them, they had 8 eliminations, so I assume they probably had hit the double digits mark. Falcons also are catching up, 8 for themselves. Peter needs a bit of help, will receive it. So Falcons still in the running as AG Global finds against stragglers from Star Knights. AG Global have 14 eliminations.
14, they're also the kill leaders for the round. So AG looking to coming in, but BTR, they're playing passively. They're going to come in later on once things have settled, Husky.
Potential points there, quite a lot as well. So AG Global will just let this play out. They are in this game is theirs to lose. We still got some X factors, right? Remnants of Star Knight still lurking around the corner, but Peter actually getting knocked down by T-Kui. Members of Falcons not looking too healthy as they run into the meat grinder of PE Sports. Down but not out. PE Sports losing 2 of their own, but it's actually AG Global causing the damage. So Falcons might have just received unintended help from their own Thai brethren, but PE Sports are still hanging on strong.
Well, the thing is, now you have to worry about Bigatron, because it looks like Bigatron are just about ready to storm this building. LBT hanging around. Falcons are out, Husky, so they are a team that you don't have to worry about at all. PE Sports, this is a team that technically doesn't need these points. They're not in the running for top 3, but they are denying these points from teams that so desperately need it. Bigatron, 13 points themselves. Another team that is actually looking to try and grab as many points as possible, in a really good spot to potentially win this game as well.
Man, I think Deeks or Koja just used like 7-8 glue walls just to try and outlast the Riptide Rhythm, but they were able to get their teammates back up, and that's what BTR needs, right? A full squad to go into the final sequence. And again, they have 13 eliminations. This could be a massive round. Liam is next on the list. He's going to duck behind the container. So if he goes down, it's going to be 14 for BTR. The Star Knights will surrender to fate.
And actually, if you look behind them, PE Sports, they're still sticking around. So Bigatron, they're not out of the woods as of yet. PE Sports is a team that's going to be fighting back as well. Twisted Minds, they've lost Diamond, sniped by Stop. So we're now down to our top 3 teams. PE Sports, they're the only team that's lost a member, but everyone else is still looking strong. And AG, this is a team, they want to win this. They want these points. They're going to join the fray. They're not going to leave these teams to grab points for themselves.
This looks unlosable for AG. They have such a good position. Look at where Dew is on the map. He's not even on the screen right now because he's so far away.
He doesn't need to be.
At Dekka Square. He's in the bleachers and just watching this whole event go down. Dew, here comes the red tire. That's going to actually just blow past the members of BTR. Very unfortunate that no defenses were laid down. So that is going to go on to Ku now as Koja gets the nade on T-Quick. way. They gotta get rid of PE Sports first. But Caramel lands a double nade, and that might have just sealed the round for AG Global as BTR wants to crawl back. But Dew shows up at the end, and the snipes are just accurate. Surgical precision from AG Global, and Booyah is claimed.
That was a perfect game for AG. I think picture perfect. Everything that they could have asked for, not handed on a silver platter. They definitely earned it, but just the way that they came into the circle, their placement, and I think the decision to just jump into the fray early. They could have sat back and they could have waited, but they knew this was too good of an opportunity to pass up, especially trying Falcons run away with the game. Because we remember back then, Falcons ran in, guns blazing, kill after kill after kill, getting the elimination. So it doesn't matter if Indonesia got the placement points, Falcons were going to win based off of kills alone.
Yeah, even for this one, right? Even though Falcons didn't get much points, but AG Global, like we said, 36 points. PE Sports get RQ. And the thing is, in Kalahari, you don't really get the luxury of disengaging whenever you like because of the terrain. So RQ, they're forced to fight this, but they are putting up a heck of a fight. Taking out Kathy Z first. Razor is fighting Crime MKS on the side, but with Juice going down, it is a 3v1. Crime MKS loses the fight against Razor, but Razor still cannot find a way in. He has 300 coins, and that is not enough to get a revive. So Legalov is about to hunt down his ex-teammate with the help of June. But if Razor pulls this off, it is going to be the play of the day.
I think the question we have to sort of ask is, does Legalov and Jun have a way to reach Razor? Because Razor has the glue wall. He gets the drop onto Legalov. This is so scary. And now Jun having to play up against Razor. This is probably one of the most awkward early games for Jun. If he doesn't land the money shot, that's going to be it for Vamos.
Come on, you cannot do that. If you are Vamos, you have two members, but you take 1v1s against Razor of all people. You gotta double up on him. Vamos has just thrown away.
Pikachu's just floated. Oh my god.
What was that, Vamos?
That was insane.
At best a poor play, and at worst a troll, because they just threw away their biggest advantage. RQ now recovers. The Bigoton picks out Razor, but damage has been dealt. 4 points for RQ, and Vamos gets wiped out
by PE.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed.
I can't. That perfect round. They've just got to make sure they don't fumble the ball elsewhere. Don't lose too many of their players, especially going into those last two circles. Now, PE running into Twisted Minds. This is not going to be an easy matchup for them at all, as Nameless drops onto the low ground, wanting to go for the finish off, as PE tried to go for the pickup, and they will successfully grab both players. Going to try and find another one as they're trying to run around the corner, but that's going to be it. LVT, last one to fall, and PE Sports out in 11th place. Added to RRQ's kill score. I think at this point for RRQ, they've got to get as many kills now, because I just don't see this team surviving this endgame.
So tough, no revive potential. The circle going them to open ground. The Horizon Light brings Faiz MKS back up. Samin couldn't get the finisher, but Faiz MKS still in the red, so maybe it wouldn't matter as much, but definitely a bit of a headache. Wins out against Exposy. A disaster for Twisted Minds. Samin better clean up the mess, and he finally does. But so much time has been wasted. Exposy luckily doesn't bleed out, but Twisted Minds now have had a major setback.
Major setback. I just don't see them being able to grab the points in this round. I think they're barely going to survive. At this point, you pray that you are going to be in an advantageous spot in this late game. And PTE, this is a team that's been pretty quiet. They picked up 3 elims earlier on in the round. They are still 4-man strong. They're looking pretty good. They're playing on top of the refineries. They have a lot of high ground vision to work with. And they're now making their way down towards refinery as well, trying to see who else can they snipe with this high ground vision. But so far, haven't spotted anyone out. Now look at the other teams. You have God of Wolf on the low ground. Cypher hiding behind a rock. Arbe going to try and hide on the top of this cliff face as well. Very lucky no one is there. Dew actually going to be coming into the game and actually successfully dropping in. So he's going to be there, trying to go for the snipes of the team wherever possible.
Wow.
Oh,
such a good spot. This spot's so nice for Falcons to really start doing some damage. So much info gathered. Caramel getting knocked out. AG Global not long for this round.
I think Get High is just hoping someone sticks their head out now. Diamond gets picked off. That's going to be it for Twisted Minds, Husky. And RRQ too.
So Twisted Minds bomb out with 14 eliminations. Falcons have 11. Let's see if they can survive. The GOW sees them on the high ground. One more getting shot through the gaps in between the glue wall, but somehow still
Look at
able to stay.
I think they're running towards AG Global's
I like this.
side of that refinery. They're going to try and rush things.
I think GOW, they just need to keep the distance because no one is contesting them. They are basically vouchering onto everyone. So Falcons get the takedown onto Zen C as Duke gets taken out by GOW. PTE basically bleeding out in the blue. AG Global eliminated as Jonah lands a nade. So on the low ground, it's between BRU and GOW.
Falcons have to go down, but
Here
look
they
at that,
come.
the fall animation. They're being shot at. We see one of the players going down. Peter taken out. But they don't get the rest though. Buriram on that low ground sitting on 9 eliminations. This is their redemption round after a horrible previous round. But they have to get through God of Wolf 2.
If they can get this booyah, it would be a full recovery as GOW still in the running for it. Falcons with one more actually takes the Yan. This could ruin the chance of a GOW.
Demon.
As Demon takes the initiative with the grappling, goes right and gets shot from multiple angles as Tun struggles to reach him. And Iza, you gotta start supporting your teammates right now, but he couldn't find the angle. Jonah gets shot down by one more,
Whoa,
but Demon goes down to Wasana. Maybe one more is the difference maker as he's lone on that northern side, uncontested. One more hit, a shot onto Moshi, and maybe Falcons is the one that's none the wiser that could have won this round.
One more is actually working with God of Wolf to shut down Buriram. This is the ideal opportunity for one more to actually be the one to win things here for Falcon. Things have slowed down now because teams are recovering behind their glue walls. One more trying to use all of his utility to flush these players out. GOW, they are gone. It's basically Buriram versus Falcons, and for one more, just grab the kills. It doesn't matter, Brett.
Did his best, but BRU ends up surviving. Recovers from the previous round, finds a booyah, keeps themselves in the conversation for first place. And it comes at a time where AG Global didn't get to show up on Kalahari, just like what we kind of predicted.
I hate that prediction, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't true. But I'm not sure if that previous round was enough to get Buriram to overtake Falcons. I think that was something that we now sort of have to take into the equation. Has Buriram made it into second place?
With Twisted Minds being fourth, I think I've kind of eliminated Bigatron Delta in being 4 at this point because they, again, kind of bombed out this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that assessment makes sense. I think Twisted Minds would probably be the biggest wild card if we just talk about the top 4 teams, right?
Okay. I think because we have only 2 more games left.
And we are seeing at the moment right now, they will be at the clock tower with Toda. And there's a lot of competition as well. We got GOW also inserting themselves. Now, shots coming through from the side of Wings does give a lot of damage, but Sensei will be the first one to be taken down. At the same time, PE Spot unfortunately only left with Nero. Nero tried to survive it out. He did manage to shut down Raja first of all, but at the same time, can he make it through alive without the disturbance of coming from AG Global? But no, unfortunately, Toda will be the first one to be eliminated by GOW. Now, PO Nero still surviving. He's all alone. He's cornered out. He has AG Global, 2 players right now trying to insert himself. Launcher in the hands, throws, and now coming in for the front side is going to be stop 7. Before it was taken down, he did manage to shut down the last man standing PE Sports.
So GOW now shows out to try and clean out kind of the mess that AG Global started. Demon just rushes in with the Trogon, takes out Dew. So AG Global loses 2 of their members. GOW have a very good chance of cleaning up the remnants of AG Global. I mean, they still have 1 more AG member kind of isolated. Cypher against Demon, 1v1. Blue Walls all expended. Around the corner, Demon wins it. So that's 4 points for GOW as we see a mass revive come out from AG Global.
Okay, looking good. I mean, like...
Rolls around, they are going to start bulldozing through teams, get the eliminations. But for Falcons, they are very confident when they get the ball rolling. And that's how they kind of set the world record for 40 points in a single game during EWC. Let's look at this. Twisted Minds wiping the floor with RRQ. That is their 5th point. RRQ Kazu out of the equation.
He will be able to actually secure the clock tower all by himself with no cautions whatsoever because he's safe for now. Bigatron on the other note, as they finally managed to move away from the grabs of Falcon, now they had to meet the death again as if they can...
With 26. Second closest we have what? We have Vamos with Twisted Minds. BRU getting 4 for themselves. Vamos now in the crosshairs of AG Global, who also wants to catch up. Legoloff loses his footing first as Jun actually responds by taking down Dew. So this is a good chance for Vamos to potentially mount a comeback. Crime MKS is going to be facing off against the front lines of AG Global, which is going to be stopped as his back line gets slaughtered. So Crime MKS finds himself isolated, tries to take the launch pad to go away. They're shooting at him, but Crime MKS seemingly makes it out with his life.
Whoa, that was in from GOW. They know they are outnumbered.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything. Vamos just got wiped out. So just some bit of a scratches on the ton, but Diana on the first floor without any support gets doubled up by Star Knight. Bit of a questionable approach from the side of GOW, but losing control of the ground floor now allows Star Knight to go onto the second floor and clean up the rest of GOW. And Star Knight finds themselves a full wipeout, 5 points under the belt.
Wow. A lot of damage has already been done. Now coming in, glue wall been put out. They're trying to go in for the defense. Still a little bit more left for the side of Zancy, who's still trying to reheal himself. Twisted Mind, breaking all the glue wall first of all, trying to break into the side of defense from PT Spot. PT Spot loses Varna as well as Godwin, and Summing at the process was taken down as well for the trade-off. Now, at the same time, Falcon comes along and is shooting himself from a distance.
Let's see if Falcons can make it to the circle, because the circle is definitely not favoring them, right? But Falcons gotta still deal with Star Knight. So we got AG Global and BRU on the other side. System Minds cleaning up PTE to take control of the safe zone, to set themselves up for success. Utility is forcing Dawn down to the ground floor. Here comes the full rush. You triple out onto Dawn. PTE out in 6th spot as AG Global will feel the wrath of BRU. Cypher repositions, but again, the compound nearby is taken over by Star Knight. So even for AG Global, you want to back off, you can't go too far back. BRU takes the launch pad, launches themselves straight towards Star Knight. This could be what bails Falcons out, but actually no, they redirect themselves into the circle.
Oh, finally, Falcons gonna go in for a fight with Star Knight. Fire's already been taken out by Karo, but at the same time, they lost his Tripules. Only Kuchil still surviving out. He's gonna clear out for the kills. He managed to shut down, but at the same time, Peter takes down Kuchil. Star Knight's at the 5th place.
And they didn't know where AG Global were at, but Moshi takes out Stop to keep Falcons alive. But damage has been done. Falcons down to the last lane. Roro barely breathing. Can Moshi get to the wall? The AWM shot might make the difference, but maybe don't need it. The glue wall melter is enough to stop Falcons in their tracks, and BRU once more, through patience, finds themselves in the final circle. And the big opportunity to find themselves a lead. Them and Twisted Minds going up against each other is a 1-3v3, but Diamond goes down. Buriram encircling Twisted Minds, and there is just no fighting chance. BRU with another booyah.
Wow, consistently getting booyah. This is the 4th booyah in the hands of Buriram. I mean, talking about how balanced out the gameplay of Buriram United, always try to make sure that they get the most placement point. Now, engagement-wise, we do see most of the engagement started out with Team Falcon. They already got the double digit in their hands, started out into the mid games, right? Buriram United finally pushing into the late game. That's when
Here we have it, Game 7 standings. Team Falcons, despite not getting the booyah, still got the most points thanks to the eliminations that they had. 26 points for the Falcons. BRU getting 23, Twisted Minds getting 16, AG Global 15. So the top 4 teams still remains top 4 in terms of round standings, but I think now it comes down
to Kazoo. And it seems that Catty Z right on the high ground right now, trying to fight off. He's unfortunately will be taken out first of all by RRQ. Moving along, 3 more players to go. Looking for the next one. There is a trade-off coming in, but June will be the next victim from Team Vamos. Now trying to fight it off, but no! Before even step into the compound, it's going to be Team Vamos to be eliminated at the 12th spot. Oh, wait, Team Falcon coming in as well.
Oh, this could be it. If GOW doesn't mess it up, it could be the start that Falcons was looking for. Peter, he's gonna get rushed at. Abe, Dude's going in on fire, desperately trying to provide support, and Abe not able to deliver it in time, but Dude's will on fire. Peter both go down at the same time. Karoro overcommitted to the fight and now has to find his way out. Karoro gets the knockdown, but Dude responds. The worst possible opening for Team Falcons as one more runs for the hills.
Whoa, that was too close. Okay, a little bit too aggressive in the moment where Team Falcons should be very cautious of it all because of their aggressions. RRQ Kazoo, really good start coming in to take down Toda. Now GOW finally inserting themselves. Iza getting a little bit of damage right here in Iza, pushing in, finally taking down one of the players. But RRQ Kazoo, before we even started off, they did manage to take down, but this is a karma coming in from them as GOW shut them down as well.
And we just lost 3 teams right off the bat. 2 minutes in, 3 teams eliminated. Falcons crippled, basically forced to a hard reset, but because it's so early into the game, Falcons have plenty of time to get that loadout back as well. But this one is also a big fight. Twisted Minds and AG Global. And Duel plus Cypher, they are just sharp. Nameless goes down, instantly revive as Twisted Minds evacuate the area. They don't want to be a part of the traps. They're going to try and climb through the window. A full assault from Todak and PTE. They're doubling back, trying to see if they can pick up some scraps, some stragglers. PE Sports losing the initial fight.
Okay, LBT left all alone. He's gonna go in for 1v1. He's shooting down to PTE, but at the same time here, Toda going in for a fight. But PE will be eliminated immediately by Toda, and PTE finally joins in the party, despite the fact that they were the one who's supposed to be initially having a fight with PE Sports. Throwing grenade into the window. Sensei just hiding it out. Miss out the second grenade, and the glue wall was been put out as a defense by Toda.
In this next circle, it's gonna be very constrictive, right? Trap just took down Ivarna. So Todak finding an advantage, finding one of the few rounds where Todak doesn't just get obliterated at the start. Much more better showing. See if we can find a wipeout onto PTE. Dawn running away. Todak tries to chase down the rest of the Godman up against two members. Wings and Raja hand in hand to take him out. Dawn in the red, 34 HP. Blue wall is about to go down pretty soon, so safe to say Todak will survive. 7 points for them.
I mean, this is a late game definitely coming in from Toda. I mean, they are one of the teams that are at the bottom of the overall standing. Even with a lot of this engagement, definitely is... Oh, Guerrero doing a surprise attack, as well as on fire right this instant, trying to actually going in. And it seems that they're holding up their position. Koja doesn't even want to go in because they know for a fact that they are all alone. They don't want to actually step into this compound as GOW is really preoccupied with Falcons.
Falcons are not doing well at all. This is getting a bit dragged out. Falcons needs to close it out, and with one more going down, this is gonna make life hard. Quick execution coming out from Peter as he tries to speed things up a little bit. Kuro getting ambushed, good knockdown, but it's the ability. So Kuro out in the open, it's down to a 1v1. Kuro taking out Falcons, literally on the last legs, down to Peter against two members of GOW, but Peter was forced out into the blue, going for the vending machine. Can he get the revives? Desperation sets in for Team Falcons as Peter runs for the vending machine, gets Keroro back into the fray. It's up to Keroro to carry the torch for Team Falcons forward.
Oh, wow. Team Falcons only down to 2 players, and Koja still healing up, but he doesn't have any medics. He doesn't have any more med kits, and GOW and Buriram on it, meeting off with the AG Global. Get high is only one left, and Storm7 takes him down. Buriram was shut down at the 6th place. This is the whole entire community definitely be surprised with the overall standing. AG Global still survive, and no! Team Falcons also on the 5th place.
This is so close. Twisted Minds and AG Global, we talked about them being the wild cards, and they have just made the difference. And Twisted Minds showing up in the final round, 11 eliminations for AG Global, but that will not continue. Twisted Minds in the best positions to get the booyah. But I think for the first time in Free Fire history, the champion is not decided by the teams leading, it's decided by the teams who want to fight for the scraps. And who would have thought is Twisted Minds, the team they would assume to only fight for 3rd place, to have so much power at the very end. GOW only left with Diane against a full squad of Twisted Minds. This is the end game. Twisted Minds will secure the final booyah for sure, and Diane has nothing on him. 10 HP and a dream, trying to heal back up, but there's just nothing else he can do. Twisted Minds ends it with a booyah.
Wow. The wild cards coming out alive for the last game, and this is where all the questions are putting up right here for the last game. Did Twisted Mind manage to overtake not just AG Global, Buriram United, as well as Team Falcons because of the booyah they got here for the last game? I mean, Team Falcons, they had a really rough start for the last...
Falcons have more points than BRU. I think this keeps them ahead of BRU for sure. But we'll see if Twisted Minds and AG Global can be the difference maker with what they have.
True, definitely. I mean, AG Global getting 18 points, that's good. That could be another case as well. Okay, so AG Global is right down below with Twisted Mind.
Champion coming
We have our challenge, so let's see who is our champions here.
Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Who got it?
No!
They actually did it!
No! Wow!
You are kidding me. How close was that? We talk about AG Global so much that they couldn't hack it at the
when they have 18 points. They managed to be the crown champions of Challenge Finals SPF season number 5, guys.
Wow,
Now,
that was not on my bingo card at all.
No. But this is our bottom from top 7 to top 12. We got Toda. I mean, great last game, definitely, but it was just a little bit too late. But I am really happy at least they did manage to actually get that 2 elimination of the 2 teams. Now going into the top 6.
Okay.
Oh, this is it. We don't have the numbers just yet, but alright, you guys are at the top 6. We got Twisted Mind at the top 5.
They're at the 4. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday, right? It's either top 3 or top 5, so it's okay. 3rd place, I think it's probably BRU. Judging by what we saw in the previous game, right? So I think okay. So let's do it. 3rd place, I think is BRU. Then 2nd is Falcons. 1st is gonna be AD. So 2nd is Falcons. What's the point difference, right? I want to know what's the gap between AG Global and Team Falcons.
Yeah, definitely. Because again, Team Falcon had the most elimination from match number 7, but then pushing into match number 2, that's where match number 6, and then moving into match number 7 and 8, that's where a lot of things have changed. Now going into the overall standings, let's see how much point they had.
4 points. 4 points at the end. If only Falcons survived just a bit longer. The craziest thing is AG Global had to get double-digit elims to make this happen.
Yes.
Right? So all Falcons needed was just a bit more placement points.
True. Definitely.
They would have won a tiebreaker anyways.
They could have actually, because the fact is, we talked about how they were really a little bit aggressive on the start, and it was really rough to see how they fight it off with RQ Kazu. And then, I mean, that was just surprise. Seriously, AG Global again proving us that it's all about the eliminations that matters.
It really is. I think at the end of the day, right? Look at the difference. It's 1 elimination worth of difference.
Yeah.
And 3 placement point worth of difference. That AG Global had to work hard to